following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Gonna throw again. It's Hill, complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Down, and they're going to throw without him. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bills' 10-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. Couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3. And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch twins. Kill.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Edelman. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 29. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson. Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I got you, son.
Now Jackson on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Bravo. And 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. We go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
Mike 90. Half 85. Half 85. 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Here we go.
From midfield, here's Allen. Jones has it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. It's complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
Mike 96, Mike 96.
First and 10.
Undercut.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Austin Eckler, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Begin. Check.
They run it again with Hill. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. Jackson now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 96, Mike 96.
Operating from the gun, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Allen to throw it. He completes it to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. On first down, Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Kenny Young in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing a 2nd and a bundle. Going to take a shot for... That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play here for the Bills. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Alert, 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Alert, alert, alert. Watch 24.
Here's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's to the 10, and he finds Howard complete. And all the way down to the 5. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Half. Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike 96. Mike 96. I don't think you got it, son. Middle. What's that?
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. On the return, it's White. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Tight. Mike 96. Hey, Charlie. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Derrick Henry. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56, 56. Go, go. 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. You must be dreaming. Mike 96, Mike 96. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Alert. Look out.
To throw is Allen. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Hey, box truck, box truck. Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Crunch time, defense. Mike 96, Mike 96. Time to go, night-night. Hey, 96. Hey, home. 96.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Jim. Middle. Regular. Out.
Allen to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Check 43. Kill. Watch out. Yeah. Watch the shot. Check.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Third down, here's Hill. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Punt, 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack fluff.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Baltimore, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he didn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On third and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And take it right on the 30. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Check, watch it. Who's right? Show me that. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang. Under 10, under 10.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Throwing his car on third down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And the Raider first down. First and 10, 44 yards.
50, Mike's 50. Check back, check back. Check 37. Five down. Switch. Express. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Tight dog. Check your hot read. That's it.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
We got 3.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down. At the Chiefs' 48-yard line.
Check 4. White Monday down.
On second down now. It's Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Squeeze, double. Check 26, check 26.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Check safety, check safety. Jumper. Check. Yellow. Stop. Move.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now here's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, McCoy. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. Hardman, the 2nd-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the combine, running a 4.3 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. Mahomes now on 1st down. That one complete to Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Check the backer.
They'll run on 1st down. It's McCoy. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Quit talking about it. 15. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Yellow. Hey, 15. Yellow, go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possible, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And some room to work. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. Let's see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Go!
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On second down, Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Yellow. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Carr. Complete to Jones. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Switch. Right and run.
To throw, it's Carr. Got his man, it's Williams. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Carr. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. This fielded at the 2. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Kansas City.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Watch it. Kill. Easy. Press them. Let's go.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 50 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Check three. Express.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
SOS. Check nickel. Watch the twist.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Chiefs have ball first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Whip. Watch the attack. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I'm coming after you. Back. Hey, switch gears. Go left. He's moving, boy. Hey, 57.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
First down.
36. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Check 59. Yellow. 59. You ain't doing nothing today. Check. Crunch.
Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again.
Watch your shit. Charlie. Mike 5'9".
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Monday, down. 180. Mike, number 53. Express. Let him know.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Check 53. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check 37. Check 37. Switch. Switch, one. Raider one. Comes up.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Switch. Slam. Tight dog. Check your hot read.
Jacobs now, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He completes it to Jones. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Express.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's McCoy. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
He's checking. Chase don't trap. 26. Deuce. 49. Check 49.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this is caught by Watkins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big play that time on the catch and run. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Cleveland Farrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Motion, motion, pop, pop, pop. What's right? Mike spot 9, Mike. Go.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was looking for Watkins that time. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. To throw his Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. A nice gain of 21 yards. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. In the face. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Check. Slam, slam. Slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Later 8. 53. Check 53. 29. 29.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Yellow. On the line, right? Check, 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 check.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I don't need to. Let's go, Lane. I smell feet.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion. On 1st down, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And
inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9. Check 3. Pick that.
This is McCoy, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
43. Check 15. It's 59. Mike to 59.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They come out here in the eye. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Clelin Ferrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
25. Check 25.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Move that down. 53, Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's Chopper! Switch!
Now Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Running is Jacobs. They find some open field here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes looking for Kelsey on a deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike, check. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". You don't want nothing.
Mahomes going to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They run it with Jacobs. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Carr to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mike,
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go. Down. Check 3. Check 3. SOS. Express.
Harris. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2000.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Here's Jacobs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch out. Shift. Watch the shift. Check out route.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
You don't want there. Down. 180. Mike 50.
They run again with Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on fourth down.
Express. Whip. Watch the whip. Express. Hold. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They run for it with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles, and the Saints have surged back to take the lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. To throw on third down. Carr rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
From the 27, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
First down, Kansas City.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my boys. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
22 yards there, a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Harris. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Check out read.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to run it with Harris. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Let's go,
at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Check safety, check safety. Check 59. 7, let's go. 59, Mike to 59. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
On first down, Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 25-yard line.
Lucky. You go tight. You got tight.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is Harris. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Kill. Express. That's me.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Oakland, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.